Okay, this is the Professor, CBMD PhD, and today is Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. It is 1:53 and 44 seconds, a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and today's research is on plants. But before we get started, I would just like to say, I finally got my microgreen started, thanks to my friend Jets, my motivational mascot. One thing I've learned from my second experience was that humans are just like plants. We need the proper nourishment for growth and development. Well, let's get started here. As plants can distinguish when touch starts and stops, studies suggest date May 31st, 2023. Source: Washington State University. Even without nerves, plants can sense when something touches them and when it lets go. A study has found in a set of experiments, individual plant cells responded to the touch of a very fine glass rod by sending slow waves of calcium signals to other plant cells, and when that pressure was released, they sent much more rapid waves. While scientists have known that plants can respond to touch, this study shows that plant cells have different signals when touch is initiated and ended. It is quite surprising how finely sensitive plant cells are, that they can discriminate when something is touching them. They sense the pressure, and when it is released, they sense a drop in pressure. And it is surprising that plants can do this in a very different way than animals, without nerve cells, and at a really fine level. The research team conducted a set of 84 experiments on 12 plants using tailcrest and tobacco plants that had been specially bred to include calcium sensors, a relatively new technology. After placing pieces of these plants under a microscope, they applied a slight touch to individual plant cells with a micro cantilever, essentially a tiny glass rod, about the size of a human hair. They saw many complex responses, depending on the force and duration of the touch, but the difference between the touch and its removal was clear. Within 30 seconds of the applied touch to a cell, the researchers saw slow waves of calcium ions, called systolic calcium, traveling from that cell to the adjacent plant cells, lasting about 3 to 5 minutes. Removal of the touch showed an almost instant set of more rapid waves and dissipated within a minute. The scientific investigators and researchers believe these waves are likely due to the change in pressure inside the cell. Unlike animal cells with permeable membranes, plant cells also have strong cellular walls that cannot be easily breached, so just a light touch will temporarily increase pressure in the plant cell. The researchers tested the pressure theory mechanically by inserting a tiny glass capillary pressure probe into a plant cell. Increasing and decreasing pressure inside the cell resulted in similar calcium waves elicited by the start and stop of a touch. Humans and animals sense touch through sensory cells. The mechanism in plants appears to be via the increase or decrease of the internal cell pressure, and it doesn't matter which cell it is. We humans may need nerve cells, but in plants, any cell on the surface can do this. As previous research has shown, that when a pest like a caterpillar bites a plant leaf, it can initiate the plant's defensive responses, such as the release of chemicals that makes leaves less tasty or even toxic to the pest. An earlier study also revealed that brushing a plant triggers calcium waves that activate different genes. The current study was able to differentiate the calcium waves between touch and letting go, but how exactly the plant's genes respond to those signals remain to be seen. With new technologies like the calcium sensors used in this study, scientists can start to untangle that mystery. In future studies, we have to trigger the signal in a different way that has been done before to know what signal, if touch or letting go, triggers downstream events. And this is the Professor of Microbiology, Botany, Pathophysiology, and leader of research. This video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have a fabulous day.